Well, happy Labor Day to everybody. This is September 2nd, 2024, and out here in the greenhouse, I wanted to show y'all something that I'm doing that it's a little bit late. This is not usually the time of year you do this kind of stuff, but we'll talk about sweet potato slips today. And I have here a sweet potato variety. I don't know what it is, but I liked it. It's a purple skin and a white flesh. You can see where I scraped it right there. Very good sweet potato. I like it. It's a little more dry than some, but I love baking these things. So I took this one and I stuck it out here. I had it in water for a few days, and I just brought it out here to the greenhouse, stuck it in some good potting soil, pretty loose mix here, and I've kept it moist. And you see all these plants that are growing on here. Well, what I did a while ago is I come out here, and just a few days ago it looked like this. I come out here a while ago and I had all this growing right there. But wow. So I just grabbed them all at the base and pulled them up, and they were all kind of connected. But look at the roots. These things are ready to get away from the mother potato and get planted. Now, there's not enough time this year to plant these outside. They're not going to produce before winter gets here. But I can use them inside the greenhouse, and I'll show you something else. Last year I planted some sweet potatoes, and I'd forgotten about them. They did a little bit, but since I've been watering my greenhouse the last couple of months, I went through the first part of the summer without doing anything. My greenhouse was terrible. If you've watched my videos, you know it all looked like that right there, basically. Some of it's come back. So since I've been putting some water out here, my bananas and stuff have come back. Well, these sweet potatoes sprouted up. Well, they've been dormant since last year. And I'm not sure what variety this is. I did plant some purple sweet potatoes last year, and they haven't been growing long enough. I shouldn't really, I don't believe, have any. No, I don't feel any. I'm not going to pull these plants up. I don't feel any sweet potatoes. They haven't been growing long enough to produce anything, but they will. This is a burned up area in my greenhouse with good soil and mulch and different things. And I throw dead things here and just let it kind of naturally, like you would on a forest floor, feed the plants with live mulch. So that being said, they make a good ground cover in here, and eventually I'll get a few potatoes. So that's what I'm gonna do with these. Is I'm going to be planting these here in the greenhouse, a couple different areas, and let them just sprawl out. But a good way to do your sweet potatoes, you can do this, late winter, early spring, and get your slip started. You don't really want to put your sweet potatoes outside until it's hot. You don't plant them the same time you do regular potatoes. But this, if you was late spring putting these out, even first part of summer, end of May, 1st of June, even into July sometimes, put these out and these will produce potatoes, even with the shallow root system like that, or the small root system. So these that have really good root systems, I have no doubt, and all I had to do is pull them apart. They were all kind of connected. You can see it's sprouting some more babies up around the bottom, vines. It may root for a little bit just because of the shock that I pulled them up, but it will come back gangbusters. So I just want to show y'all that. And there are a few in here that really didn't have much roots at all. And I'm trying to do this holding the phone and looking around it, so I apologize for any crazy filming you get here and things you don't get to see. But a few of these that have really small roots, I think they would do okay. But what I'm going to do, and look, That really doesn't have anything. It doesn't matter with sweet potatoes. One little bitty root. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave these in this pot. I'm just going to heel them in. Heel them. H-E-E-L, not heal as in make them well again, but just going to put some of these in here that have small roots and just leave them in this moist soil that I already have going here that they're already used to. And probably less than a week I can come out here and most of these will have doubled or tripled the roots, I'm sure. So I'll just put them back in the dirt. These I will go out. Let's see. Let's just go right here. It's a good spot as any. Oh, in between some of my other stuff, we're right here close to my, in fact, there's a passion vine growing right there. I have some grass going on I needed to pull anyway. And what I'll do is, let's make a little furrow. And I'll put me 2 little plants here. I ain't even got to stand them up or nothing, but this is very loose soil. I'm just going to make sure the roots are covered. That's it. I'll come through here in a minute and I will water everything in real well. Over the next few days, I'll make sure they stay moist. Once these roots get a hold, they'll be good. They'll be getting it. So, yeah, just in, oh, let me get up. My grunting. So right here, close to my white sapote tree. Here's a planter the other day. I had a bunch of these old from last year, gladiolas bulbs in a bag I'd forgotten about. I brought them out here and I put them in, and they're taking off. So yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot of doing to do this, and we'll come right down in here. This is a pot of Thai basil. I love that stuff. And let me look here. I've got a little guava tree here. Uh-oh. I moved that pot. Look at there. Looks like I got a mouse hole coming in. I don't like that. I'll have to do something about that. But I'm just going to come in right underneath this guava. And just kind of make me a little hole there. That's a really nice one. Pinch this soil back around this. Again, you don't have to make it all pretty and stand up, but you know, we'll do it. We'll stand it up. Press that down. And I'll have me some ground cover. I'm going to stick this Thai basil right here. I'm going to stick it back over that hole. And you come in and do something about that mouse hole. There you go. So I'll just go around doing this all over. I'm not going to do every one of them right now. This video is already long enough. But you get the picture. I'll spread some sweet potatoes all out through here, and as a ground cover, they'll be fine all this winter inside the greenhouse. And if I get to have some potatoes come spring, I may have potatoes in here. Otherwise, I'll have vines, and all you gotta do is come in and pinch the end of a sweet potato vine, stick it in water for a few days, and it'll root. And so if I keep them alive in here all winter, then I'll be able to come back just like these ones that are coming up now. I could come in here and pinch back 4 or 5 inches, strip some roots, and root that. If I had these vines in the spring, early summer, and stick them out, and they'll be fine. They'll produce potatoes next summer if I can do that. Keep them alive in here through the winter. And anyways, just a little idea on this Labor Day. I hope y'all are having a wonderful Labor Day, spending some time with your families, spending some time with your plants, and just overall having a blast. God bless. Now these are some decorative sweet potatoes. You can buy these a lot of nurseries, plant stores and such, and use them decorative. They don't really produce a whole lot of potato, but you can take these and actually, oh my goodness, that one's already rooting. Look at that. Where it hit the ground, it's already rooting. But you can actually take the tips of these and break them off and put them in a glass of water or something. And like this section here, I could take that, break it off, strip the bottom leaves, put it in a glass of water, and make it root. Now, I'll probably fish to take these here in a minute and do something else with them. These are out in the front yard, and they've rooted. But whether it's these or even just the regular sweet potatoes, one thing I wanted to say is you can actually get these things rooted and put them like in a hanging basket or whatever, and they make a fine plant just like that, especially if you get some of these decorative ones. But even your regular sweet potatoes, they'll make long vines, and you can use them as a decorative ivy or whatever, you know, around the house or hanging on your porch or something. And so that's something you can do with these. See, here's this one here. You know, I could take, if I wanted to, I'm gonna let this grow on down. It'll get long enough, it'll trail on the ground. But you know, I could pinch this off right here. Just pinch it with a hand. Don't have to do nothing special. Or you can cut it smooth, strip off a couple leaves, stick it in some water, or just stick it straight in some soil as long as you keep it moist. Don't let it dry out for a while, and it'll grow. Yeah. So you see how easy they are to grow, and very, very cool messing with sweet potatoes. Very versatile plant. And actually on sweet potatoes, another thing you might not know is the tips of these. Now, I'm not sure how good these taste on these decorative. I'm sure they're the same, but especially your regular sweet potatoes, I wouldn't be afraid to try these. You can actually eat them. You can stir fry them, or you can eat them plain, just this tender end. Very delicious snack. Now, these are looking poor, but this is another variety of decorative sweet potato. It's got the really nice leaves there, and you know, these are been out here in the sun, haven't been watered correctly. But you see this vine here? It's looking terrible, but that end, I can just snap this off and take and root that end and grow a whole nother set. And if I want to move them to another planter, now actually this whole plant died, but that was in this pot. Just need to water these, and like I said, you know, you can put them in a pot with other plants. You can make you a hanging planter out of them. This variety would be really cool looking in a hanging planter. So anyways, hope y'all enjoy that.